Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back here to today's edition of Intuitive Angling, and really appreciate you guys making some time out of your day to check the video out and spend some time with me. And you know, one of the things on the channel I like to do here is I like to sort of keep you guys updated on what's going on behind the scenes. I know a lot of you guys have followed the channel for a long time and you got some interest in that, so I got some stuff going on right now with my tournament coming up here. I don't know if I got a tournament tomorrow at Table Rock. I don't know if I'm going to be able to fish it or not, and we're going to get into that why in today's video. Quick thank you guys. Just want to let you know, really appreciate everybody that's taken time to hit that subscribe button here at Intuitive Angling. We're really working hard to try to get to 150,000 subscribers, so I'd like to invite everybody to consider that, and appreciate everybody that's done. And also guys, thank you very much for everybody that has been using those links I talk about in the description. I know you guys get tired of me talking about it, but it's like that's really the only reason this channel's on YouTube. So thank you very much for the people that are supporting the channel by using those links. Much appreciated. Okay guys, I got a tournament, a BFL tournament at Table Rock tomorrow, and guys, I can barely even walk right now. I pulled something or threw my back out at the gym a couple of days ago, and the thing about that, it's like I've been training at this gym with the trainer for the past 5 years, and anytime that you're in the gym, you know, occasionally you're going to have something type of an injury. But I got something like with my lower back. I must have like some weaker muscle down there that occasionally I'll tweak that thing. And guys, I was doing a deadlift 2 days ago, not that much weight on there, and I thought I had proper form. And guys, I tweaked it on the way up, and I knew it was going to be bad, because this same thing happened about 1.5 years ago, and it took me like, God, probably a month to get over it or more. I mean, maybe 2 months. It just stayed. But anyway, after I got to laugh about it because it hurt so much not to. But anyway, after I did it, I'd done it before, so I knew what was going to happen. And like the last 2 mornings, guys, getting out of bed, it literally took me probably 10 minutes to put my clothes on. I can't bend over. It's like I've got to like squat down, but I can't bend. So it's like I'm seriously wondering if I'm going to be able to fish this tournament tomorrow. Right now, I got the boat behind me. I just dropped off Elijah at school. I'm getting ready to head down to Table Rock to practice, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to or not. I'm really going to try to do it, but man, it's just like it's like you move in a certain position and it'll like send you through the roof. And it's like when I try to stand up, like if I'm sitting down in a chair, it's like when I stand up, it literally takes me, you know, a couple minutes to actually stand up. So I can imagine getting up and down out of the boat and all that stuff. But I'm going to do everything I can to fish it, even if I have to fish on my knees or something like that. But anyway, guys, I was going to, you know, aside from that going on, I was sort of going to talk a little bit about my approach to this tournament at Table Rock coming up, because I hadn't been fishing down there much lately. I'm only gonna have the 1 day of practice today, and then our tournament's tomorrow, the BFL Ozark division. So here's sort of what my plan is, and I'm sort of gonna maybe this will help you out as far as how to break down a lake yourself when you don't have much practice. Now, I'm very familiar with Table Rock. I know it from end to end. I've fished it thousands of times, but nevertheless, every day is a different day, and you have to figure those fish out every single day. And from you know, paying attention to my buddies that's been fishing down there and tournament results, they've been catching a lot of really good bags down there. But of course, everything is coming spotlighting. Everything's coming spotlighting. Most of the guys, just like at Lake of the Ozarks last week, they're spotlighting brush piles with an A-rig. That's how they're catching them. Of course, I'm not going to do that. I don't spotlight. I don't like A-rigs. You know, I don't like to fish man-made deep brush piles. That's like 3 of my worst. That's 3 of my least favorite things I can't stand about fishing, is how those tournaments are getting won. So therefore, if I'm going to compete against the A-riggers, I have got to go a completely 180-degree direction. So I'm going to try to catch these fish shallow today. Anytime that you're getting into March, the water temperature's cold right now. So one of the things about it, it's like, even though our water temperatures are in the 40s, we're into the first week of March, and these fish want to move shallow. Even though the water temperature, you're saying, man, the water's 45 degrees. I just don't think there's going to be many shallow fish up there. One of the things you have to realize about seasonal movements and patterns of bass is the movement that they have in different parts of the lake has to do with your the sunlight angle and the daylight intensity and the increasing daylight hours, because they know the spawn's coming. They got to get ready for it. They got to get their energy reserves stocked up. They need to feed. So therefore, that can motivate some fish to move shallower that you normally wouldn't think. So that's going to be my plan today, is I'm going to try to go the complete opposite direction of the spotlighters, fishing out in 60 foot of water. And I'm going to try to catch these fish, in less than 5 foot of water today. And I've done it before. The thing that I have to do about it is I've got to figure out the part of the lake I want to fish. Now, there's about 4 or 5 areas on Table Rock that have the potential to catch fish under those conditions, the shallow fish. And since I've only got 1 day to practice, I'm only going to have 1 day. I'm only going to get to go to one of those areas of the lake. So my plan is this area that I'm going to today, I'm going to try to catch them shallow there. If I don't catch them today, I'm going to have to go practicing in an area that I haven't practiced at all in the tournament, which is okay. I mean, I know the lake well enough to do that, but ideally you want to have a bunch of fish found where you can go straight to them and, just catch them right off the bat, but very seldom does it work like that. So that's one of the things about bass fishing, as far as it's all about decision-making process. So let me give you an example of what I'm talking here. I know 4 or 5 areas on the lake, down lake, mid lake, upper part of the lake, that can potentially hold the type of water and fish that I'm looking for. So you have to make a decision based upon everything you can assimilate and put together, what part of that lake that you want to go to. Now, the decision that you make on that, it lines up with a lot of different stuff. It lines up with the weather coming in, as far as the weather forecast, the fishing pressure that certain areas have, past notoriety, certain variables like, 4 or 5 days ago, we had some heavy rain, and I don't know if there's going to be more color back in some of these areas. I don't know how that rain affected it. You don't really know till you get down there. So the thing about bass fishing, it's all about decisions. And one of the things that I want to tell everybody, it's like, if you are faced with something like this, where you have to make a decision on how and where you want to fish, and if you don't catch them, don't beat yourself up about it, because it's just a decision-making process. And some people make that right decision and other people's don't. And it's like, there's no right or wrong thing about it. Just like today, if you and I were going fishing, I could describe to you, it's like I go, okay, this area of the lake's got some really good rock and good off-colored water. This part of the lake's a little bit flatter with off-colored water. This part of the lake doesn't get near the fishing pressure, doesn't have the notoriety, but it's got a lot of potential. You have to, sift through the data that you have and make that best, decision that you can make, and then go with it and learn from it. If you catch them, great. If you don't catch them, learn from it and move on to the next one. But anyway, guys, I'll keep you updated today. I'll give you guys a rundown of my practice day and if I was able to fish with my back. But that just really freaking pisses me off, injuring myself, because I work so hard on form in the gym to do that. But that's just part of it, man. If you train and if you work out, it's just like, when I'm training jiu-jitsu, it's like you're going to get your neck hurt and you're going to get, your joints hurt. That's just sort of part of it that you have to accept with it if you want to do those type of activities. So anyway, guys, hope you're well. We'll check in later today and talk later.